I have been in a bit of a rut. I've been looking for my next handbag, and I'm stuck between either like an Hermes, maybe Ralph Lauren Ricky, and I just cannot decide. So I started perusing the Real just to see if anything would catch my eye, and it reminded me at one point I had quite the little YSL moment in my handbag collecting history, and I was like, you know what? When it comes to YSL, you can find some amazing beautifully crafted pieces, luxurious materials, and they don't have to cost a fortune, especially if you're buying pre-owned, because listen, as handbag collectors, we all know YSL, she's fabulous, she's gorgeous, she's that edgy rocker it girl at like an LA nightclub. She doesn't hold her resale value well. So you can get some amazing deals on these YSL hidden gems. But before we dive in, guys, hey, I'm Caleb. I post luxury and lifestyle related content 3 times a week, so hit that subscribe button down below. Consider joining the membership. We have an awesome engaged community, members meetup coming up, and I am literally so excited for that. But today we're going to break this down into 24 very iconic YSL bags, all priced $400 and less, and the least expensive one on this list is literally $84. Now listen, this is going to cover a lot of Stefano Pilati era and Tom Ford era goodness, and I am so excited to dive in. And as you can see, the Pilati era is by far my favorite YSL era, if you will, and there are some good ones on this list. I kid you not. But let's kick it off with some Tom Ford. No, there are no zeros missing, there are no commas missing, $84. It is possible in the year of 2024 to purchase a beautiful designer handbag that only costs $84. Well, we'll use the term handbag loosely. This is more of a clutch. This is an evening bag. Think of this for like a wedding. I think this would be super cute at a wedding, especially for like a flower girl. That would be absolutely darling. But this is the Yves Saint Laurent Nadja. I'm gonna say this is probably just like a little pochette, like a little pouch on strap, but it is oh so freaking cute. The strap is detachable, so you could just carry this as like a little handheld moment or throw it in your bag for some odds and ends. But this really cute kind of peachy color, this is gonna be perfect for summer, perfect for spring, and the leather on this is gonna be oh so good. Like I can just tell it's like that beautiful, rich, soft YSL leather that we all know and love. Let's switch things up to the Pilati era. Listen, you guys, you all know that I love my Muse bags. There's the Muse Two, the Large Muse, the Small Muse, and all the little muses in between. This is the Muse Bowler Bag, and it's $126, which again, in 2024 for a full handheld handbag, it's not that bad. In fact, that's better than most Coach bags at the outlet, if we're being honest. Now this bag, she's giving like the chic older sister to the Chloe Paddington. Now Chloe Paddington, she's got like just her boho thing going on, her big straw hat, she's ready for summer, but this one, she's a little bit sexier, a little bit sleeker, and I love the little turn lock there on the front, the little key clochette hanging down on there as well. Now, all of these have been Caleb Snell vetted and approved, but a couple of these, because of their age, we're gonna see a little bit of spots, a little bit of staining, and this one I can see a few spots on the front and on the back, but honestly with a bag of this age, and did I mention it's only $126, is kind of to be expected. And this leather, you guys, that era of YSL leather, it is so rich, it is so luxe. I can feel it like just kind of like draping and puddling in on itself. This one, this isn't gonna last long, and these colors are perfect for fall, which we're just a few weeks away from. Speaking of the muses, if you will, this next one, I've always been intrigued by the original Muse bag. This is more of a dome shape, a little bit more classic. Think of like Alma, but a little bit edgier, if you will. And what a lot of people don't realize is that little metal medallion that hangs down on the front that is actually a working lock. You can take that off. I think you can move it up to... Can you put it on the zipper pulls? Like, what's the point of it? You can put it on and remove it though, like take it on, take it off. But anyway, I digress. This is the smaller version of the Muse, so if you're not sure if you need that big Muse, this is gonna be perfect for every day. You can go up on the shoulder, crook of arm carry, and I love this patent leather alligator. All know that I don't do faux exotics often, but when YSL does it, I can almost give them a pass because they do it oh so well. Like this Muse up here, this green one is phenomenal. One of my most gorgeous bags in my collection. Did I mention we're still under $200? This is only $157, which is absolutely insane. This bag would have been so much more brand new. Now, if you need something for work, if you need something for every day, if you're chasing after kids and you need a little bit more room in your bag, then for only what, $1.50 more, you can do the full-size YSL. Now this is just going to be in a nice plain camel, smooth leather. But again, we're gonna have that squishy, rich, early YSL leather, well, Y2K era leather. This was the it bag. She was seen on the arms of every single it girl. I have always wanted one. I've kind of questioned if I can pull it off or not. I don't love the flat handles, like double flat handles kind of annoy me. Says the guy who's carried his LL Bean tote all summer. Don't call me out, safe space, $159. This is gonna be perfect for work. Throw your laptop in, your iPad, probably a smaller laptop. I wouldn't go too heavy on something this old. And I love the feet on the bottom. You're gonna get 5 feet. And for a bag this light and of its age, those corners look pretty darn good. The interior needs a little bit of cleaning, but for $159, I am more than willing to get my shout spray out and go to work. Now, moving right along, this bag is going to give me all of those beautiful, like, holiday party energies. I can see this at, like, the Christmas markets in Germany. It's just so freaking charming. Maybe even by the fire over at the ski lodge. I don't really know what era this is. I'm gonna guess Tom Ford just because of some of the details, but I love the beautiful little kind of like whip stitch embroidery around the edges of this bag. You have the cute little YSL on a heart, so this is gonna go really good from like holiday parties into Valentine's Day season. This is gonna be super cute for dinners. It's almost giving Balenciaga city energy with this shape, but much more elevated. YSL is known for being a little bit more elevated than other brands of its price point. There is a little bit of wear on the backside, which, I mean, it's the back. Hello, who cares? Just don't go flashing it around. No one's gonna judge you. I think that the rest of the bag, it's so charming, so unique, and in such good shape, especially for metallic leather. I was willing to overlook the spots on the back, and we're still sub $200, you guys. This bag is so freaking charming. Now, this bag always intrigues me. Whenever it pops up, I'm like, could I pull that off? Should I try and pull that off? Like, it's so freaking cute. And it's clearly of like the Muse era. It has that beautiful faux crocodile stamped into the suede, the nubuck, if you will. And I love how he always did the striations across it, kind of giving a little bit more dimension, if you will. And something I love about the Pilati era, it is just so architectural, both in the design, the execution, the use of hardware. And with this one, this is just so freaking cute. It's very charming. I love how the strap is attached to the body of the bag. It is definitely from the Muse Two era, if I do say so myself. And I think if I remember right, this one has a really unique closure, kind of holding the two bags together. And overall, this is very cute, very demure, if you will. And this is going to be perfect. Again, we're heading into the holiday season. We have to think about like cute small bags for parties. You've got the work party, you've got the cocktail party, you've got, you know, this, that, and the other. Like, holiday season gets very busy and you're going to be photographed over and over and over again. So why waste money on multiple brand new bags when you could spend $201 on this little thing and totally be chic and in style? Listen, guys, if Kathy Hilton can carry her very old crystalled satin YSL Muse little handbag to a holiday party, you can do it too. Trust me, it's very chic right now. Now, next up, this one has recently been re-released at the House of YSL for a heck of a lot more than it originally retailed for. Yes, we are talking about the Downtown Tote. I have wanted the Downtown Tote for a very long time. In fact, Kristen Davis, Charlotte from Sex and the City, still carries hers to this day. And these are just so edgy, so chic, so cool. Again, YSL is that girl, if you will. And this bag is no exception. Now, this is in a black patent leather. And listen, I get it. Buying vintage patent leather can be a little risky because sometimes it gets a little sticky over time. But I think for $210, it is definitely worth giving it a shot, if you will. And I love with this bag, the unique feet on the bottom. They're literally the inserts from like a snap head closure. You have just the two zippers on both sides up at the top. Dive into that beautiful, rich, satiny lining. I could see this being a really good bag in your rotation. Again, this is going to be really good if you're like someone who's on the go, like you need a big bag that can do a lot but still be chic, and you don't want to spend a fortune. Check out a Downtown Tote. We've got a couple more on this list though, so don't click just yet. I promise you, we're almost there, guys. 24 bags under $400. Can you believe it? Don't tell my husband, well, he's going to know when he edits this, but we're going to have to fight for this one because I have always wanted the Easy Sac from YSL. The Easy Sac, it is literally what it's called. It is an easy bag. Like, so this bag, it's very casual, very chic. It kind of starts off life as like a bowler bag, but then you can pop up the sides and it becomes like a big tote that zips across the top. And this is literally the chicest one that I have ever seen. $241.50. So this bag, you guys, it is done in a beautiful, rich shearling. You're going to have that beautiful shearling fur on the inside, that suede on the outside. Speaking of ski season, I mean, hello, with like a chic bomber jacket with like the shearling collar. Vibe 100. You are going to be so in style, or I'm going to be so in style because I'm probably going to beat you to this. And it is just such a beautiful bag. Now with shearling, of course, you do have a little bit of rubbing on the backside, kind of where it outlines the Y in YSL, but I mean, I think you could probably comb that back up to life a little bit. Bottom, really good condition, and the interior, for being that cream sheepskin fur, pretty darn primo. Like, this is really good looking. Okay, moving on. Distract and dazzle. Now, it is no secret, you all, I absolutely love my YSL Muse Two. Ask anybody. I love my YSL Muse Twos. I have the original blue one, which Kate Moss wore famously in the original advertising. I have my beautiful emerald suede one. You know, I keep toying like, do I sell them? Do I keep them? And now that I have them out and I'm looking at them and I'm looking at others online, I'm probably going to keep mine, but that doesn't mean you can't have one. So for this next bag, we have a Muse Two. This is the large size, which is what I have up here. This is one of the later iterations. So with this one, you're going to have a neat like ocelot pattern pony hair at the top, beautiful, almost saffron patent leather around the side panels and the back. Then you have like a faux crocodile stamped into the patent. You have the strakes across the bottom. So maybe this is an older one. 5 feet, beautiful, rich suede lining. And trust me, like the suede on this emerald bag. I have some very expensive suede bags, and this one by far above and beyond takes the cake. It's a YSL after all. Like they're known for good construction, good materials, good quality. And this one I think is super cute. You have all the saffron colorways. You have that pony hair at the top, so it's a little bit, she's that girl. She's a little extra. She's a little messy. You have the beautiful gold hardware. I think that this is a really, really good option if you want to dip your toe into the YSL Muse Two, because it's only $248. Now, shifting back to holiday party season, remember Kathy Hilton wore her very old satin crystal Muse to, I think Diane, I don't want to say her name, the Christmas party. You all remember that episode, if you will. Now this one's super cute. This has a chain moment. So with all this extra architectural hardware, we're definitely back in the Pilati era, much like the Muses and the Muse Two in the Downtown. This is going to be a chic black patent crocodile print. You do have a break in the chain, which is going to be a little bit more comfortable when you're carrying it up on the shoulder. You don't want to spend a fortune, but you still want to be very in style, very in the know, very chic. This is going to do all that for you under $250, guys. Like we're already almost halfway through this list and we still haven't even cracked 250 bucks. Like this is insane. Now, speaking of beautiful suede crocodile Pilati era goodness, let's revisit the Downtown tote, because if you didn't love the black patent, I don't know how you couldn't, but if you didn't, then this one is nearly flawless. This is another Downtown tote, and this is in like a beautiful rich caramel color with gold hardware. Like it does not get more fall than this. Like put on your big felt hat, go apple picking, do whatever you do in the fall. I don't know what you do. I know what I do. I don't know what you do, but you can do it in style for only $262 with this gorgeous YSL Downtown tote. Now, the quarters on this, for being a lighter suede bag, pretty decent, not gonna lie. Now, we could see a little bit more wear on these. There is a tiny bit of wear, but that's what makes her edgy. She's seen some things. She's a little rough, but this bag, you guys, it is super gorgeous. Now, shifting things back to the Muse Two, this is a later iteration, and I can tell that because the little strakes on the bottom, they're a little bit more flat and they're just kind of sewn into the leather as opposed to sticking through the leather. But this is a really good chic version. So chic, I sound so much like Dorit in that one episode. I really have Real Housewives on the brain today. Maybe I just need to rewatch it again. Let's find another word to use tonight instead of chic. This is a very, very refined, very modern, very demure, if you will, with its shades of gray, its cream linen lining. This is stunning with the silver hardware. And I think that even though this is a bag that it's a bit of an older silhouette, obviously it's like from 2008, but in this colorway with this treatment of just like the simple calfskin leather, the simple silver hardware, it kind of like makes it a little bit more modern, a little bit more current for only $276. These deals, you guys, are insane. You're welcome. I mean, call me Dreammaker, I will answer. Let's get back to holiday parties, because this one, if you don't buy anything else on this list, especially that Shearling bag, that's mine, buy this bag. This one is absolutely stunning. Now, I can't tell if this is Tom Ford era. I'm leaning Tom Ford just because it's a little bit more sexy, more refined, whereas opposed to Pilati's era was much more modern, minimalist. This is definitely giving more of Tom Ford, if I had to say so myself. This is in a rich, kind of a vibrant rose shade of suede with that kind of interesting metallic helmet across the top. This is a clutch, perfect for dinner parties, New Year's Eve. Huh? Glass of champagne, confetti in your hair, and this bag under your arm. Very, I said it again, stop saying chic. No more chic talk. But you get the imagery, it's beautiful. You're wafting back to the party. You're carrying this under your arm. Everyone's gonna have their eye on you, like, where'd you get your bag? Where'd you get your bag? You're just gonna tell them, watch Caleb Snell. He found it for me. This is so cheeseballs. Now, this one's only $284. Granted, this one on the backside has a little bit more wear than what I would normally point out to you guys. When I come up with these lists, hidden gems, obviously we're shopping with a budget in mind. We're looking at kind of forgotten it bags of yesteryear. So somewhere is to be expected, but I don't want to ever have you guys buy something, get it, and be like, oh, Caleb Snell found this, and be disappointed. So with that in mind, check out the backside of this bag. There's a little bit of color transfer, and I can't tell tell if that's a tiny little hole in the backside, but overall, guys, for I almost said it again. I stopped myself. But for a clutch this gorgeous, this luxe, this next level, even I would be willing to make a little bit of quality sacrifice, especially for only $284. We're not even to 300 bucks yet. This is insane. I had so much fun putting this list together. Listen here. Listen, you've heard it here first, folks. If you love this Muse colorway as much as I do, again, this was the original when they launched this collection. This was the flagship bag of the Muse Two collection, I think for that whole season. They also, and I've never seen it before until today, made the Muse version in this colorway. Listen, I'm just so excited to tell you. It's so chic. This is a train wreck. This is what I get for waiting until almost 10 p.m. to film. I've had a Red Bull, several cups of coffee. I'm a little bit excited. I'm thinking about buying a Shearling bag, so you're just gonna have to deal. That's all there is to it. So this is the Muse colorway version of this up here. This is gonna give you beautiful architectural hardware, beautiful blue leather on a linen body, that amazing kind of like crocodile stamped suede nubuck, if you will. Interesting feet on the bottom. Like this was a very, I'll said it again, chic. Fellow content creators, like when you get to filming a video, do you ever get like in a word rut where you just want to keep saying the same word over and over and over again? It's so true. YSL, just chic, refined, sexy with cigarettes. Those are the words that I think of when I think of these older YSL era bags, like Kate Moss, like think Kate Moss energy. You get the picture I'm trying to paint here, right? Now this one's $285, and at the time that I'm filming this, you can use code REAL for 20% off. The linen interior, spotless, it's fabulous, it's gorgeous. I think I kind of need this. And again, don't forget, on those Muses, that little front thing that hangs, that's technically a padlock. You can take it off, put it back on. Don't know what you're gonna do with your padlock. You do you, no judgment, safe space. Be chic if you want. Now, conversely, if you want to match, if you want to be bag twins, which I'm totally fine with, we can be bag twins. Let's do it. This is that bag for only $297. I paid a little bit more than that, probably about $500 3 years ago. Go back and watch the old video if you want to. It's there. It's not great, but it's there. Now, with this bag, I will point out this flap leather, for some reason, it does kind of yellow a little bit. Mine's doing it a tiny bit. This one's doing a little bit more, and you can definitely see that where it doesn't quite match the string, like the thread from the seams, but I'm willing to overlook it because it's just such a gorgeous and iconic bag. Like when I think of Y2K era YSL, or like late 2000s, early aughts, I think of the Muse collection, the Muses, the Muse Two, just all that Pilati era goodness. He spoiled us. It was a really good time over at YSL. Now, this one is in really good shape. Now, one thing to look for when it comes to these bags, because it is a linen body and these are all just like leather panels affixed to it, that linen is literally the bag body itself and your lining. So if you're not careful, I have seen quite a few of these with like blown out corners. I looked at this one pretty closely and I don't really see that going on with this bag. But if you're interested in Muse Twos and you don't exactly buy this one, even though it's Caleb Snell approved, look for those corners. They can kind of wear out and blow open and ooh, game over. Now, we've been really focusing on Pilati era goodness. That needs to be a t-shirt. Pilati era goodness. That'd be very niche, but I think that'd be a fun t-shirt. So let's switch things up a little bit. Let's talk about Tom Ford for a moment. Now, the most iconic bag from the Tom Ford era was the Mombasa. Say what you will, say what you want. If you don't agree with me, you're wrong. The Mombasa collection, the bags were next level, out of this world, some of the hottest bags of their era. And what was really cool, so a lot of these would come with like a horn or like a tusk kind of thing up at the top. And at one point, you could pick the body of your bag and the exact specific horn or tusk that you wanted up at the top of the bag. Iconic, next level, talk about luxurious, one of one, made for you. Now the Mombasa, it drew inspiration from African aesthetics, featuring a distinctive horn handle that sets it apart from other luxury bags. Thank you, Google. Its defining features its oversized sculpted horn handle, creating a bold and exotic focal point. Now this first Mombasa doesn't necessarily have a horn, but it has this gorgeous gilt fretwork up across the top. It is... what's another word for chic? I need a dictionary here. Thesaurus. But it is very refined. It's very edgy. And I think only like us, like those who know, would know what this is if you were like carrying this down the street. But you have to tell me, like, this would be oh so fabulous with the right outfit. I'm thinking like skinny jeans, like a really cool like fitted blazer. This on the crook of your arm, like next level. She's a model. She's fashion. Now, next up, if this is too big of a bag for you, this Large Muse Two, they came in several sizes, and Nancy Carnes, who's another fabulous creator here on this platform, she recently unboxed the small version of this bag. So if you're interested in the one that I'm talking about now and you want a little bit more of an in-depth review, go and check out Nancy's channel. I will link her channel and this video down below. Say hi while you're over there. Nancy is absolutely fabulous. But I loved this colorway, and I've been thinking ever since she posted her video, I'm like, do I need a small Muse Two? Like, would that be a thing? Like, it'd be cute for lunches and stuff? I don't know. This one is in a beautiful kind of tealy blue, almost aqua colorway. It's in a patent leather on a suede body. So it's going to be very luxe, very next level, very, there's that word again, very YSL, if you will. There we go. I'll try something else. Now, this one, it is also from the older era. You have the kind of like the strakes across the bottom with the feet that stick through. And this color, you guys, it's such a rich, beautiful jewel tone, much like my emerald is. We are finally in the $300 mark. All those bags before this, which are linked down below, by the way, were under $300. And this one is right at $300. This list is insane, you guys. There's so much YSL goodness out there. Now, this next bag, I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna say it's probably Tom Ford era, just given some of these design details and cues, but this one's giving really good fall into holiday energy. And listen, big hobos are back. Big hobos, not big homos. Not talking about me. Big hobos are back. And this one, I mean, she's cute. She's got that fun little tassel hanging off the side, a whip stitch braided leather handle, neat hardware, suede. I mean, like, this is going to be really good. Just think of it with like a big fabulous overcoat. Like, this is going to be a really good winter bag. Like, she is giving $328, but this colorway, it is stunning. All right, now this next one, the Roadie. I tried on the Roadie recently. I absolutely loved it. Now this one's $335, so it's up there a little bit, but still definitely worth it. Now this is going to give you that big, good, squishy YSL leather energy. I love the handle and the hardware up at the top. And unlike the Givenchy Antigona, these cannot come undone. You know what I'm talking about. This handle is not coming off. Now this one, sometimes it can be lined in like kind of a tacky cheetah ocelot. Well, tacky in my opinion. I could see like Lisa Rinna would rock an ocelot cheetah lined YSL Roadie bag. She probably had one at one point. But this one is just done in a nice satin lining, and it's very under the radar. Like, those of us who know, you and me, like just us, would know, but to the average person, just like, oh, that's a very chic bag, dare I say it. Take a shot for every time I say chic. I hope someone is keeping count down in the comments, because this is so bad. This is out of line. Now, back to the YSL Muse Two. As you can tell, I'm like a YSL Muse Two addict. If I had more closet space, I'd definitely have more than two. Now, if you didn't love the patent of leather of the last one and you still want a jewel tone, might I interest you in this amethyst beauty? Now, this one, it is going to be perfect for fall. Like, this is giving all the fall energy, that rich dark purple with the gold hardware, very luxe, very next level, very YSL. I almost said it again, but I'm not going to give it to you. I need you all sober by the time we're done with this. But this one, I love it so much. And I think this is what I'm talking about. So this is a newer era. So once they're a little bit more, the strakes at the bottom a little bit more flat, and then like the feet are a little bit more rounded, like little bubbles, that's how you know it's like a newer era Muse Two, as opposed to like what I have back here, the original eras. If you want more information on that, go and check out my Muse Two videos. I have a few. Who knew? Okay, now this one, I struggled with putting it in. Do I put it in? Do I not? Like, I want it for myself. And listen, if some of these have been a little bit too feminine for you and you want something a little bit more rugged, a little bit more mask for mask, dare I say it, this one I have struggled with wanting to buy in the past. They had a gorgeous one pop up in brown like a year ago, and it lived on my watch list for months, and then finally someone bought it. I hope they're happy together. This one is in gray with gold hardware, kind of, it's giving me like a taupe energy from Hermes, the House of H. Now this can go crossbody, it can go up on the shoulder, again with that Pilati era hardware and architectural details. Every moment in life deserves a chic bag. I gave you one, you're welcome. All right, we have two more Mombasas. First up, we have this black leather one with a wooden horn, and I think, I can't tell, so don't quote me, but I think that fretwork at the top over the horn, if you were to look at it more dead on, would spell out YSL. I think. Do not quote me though. I could be very wrong with that. But overall, very interesting, very, again, I need to find more words, very luxurious, very YSL. And the Mombasa, like, it is such an iconic moment in handbag history. Like, I think we all remember where we were when the Mombasa was introduced. I'm totally kidding. But this one is very cute. I love love it. 380 bucks, great condition. Now, one more YSL Mombasa. I recently showed you the black version of this handbag. Now this is the cognac caramely camel colorway, saffron almost. I love this one because it has the gold hardware. You have the whip stitch detail, the ruching at the top, that beautiful gilt fretwork up on the Mombasa horn. And this one, I'm gonna sound like a broken record. It's perfect for fall. You can eat a caramel apple while you carry this bag through the pumpkin patch, the corn maze. I don't know what you do, gosh. And this one has a cute little pouch to go with it, a little pouch moment, little pouchlet. Now, I have saved the most expensive for last. I know, I promised you under 400. This one's 416, so don't hate me, save space. But this one is giving all that beautiful summer energy. We're in St. Bart's, we're in Saint Tropez. This one is done in like a beautiful woven raffia. You have that gorgeous, rich chestnut leather accents, gold hardware. This is the Muse bag for $416, and it's done in a woven straw. Like, can you even? Like, this is just perfect for poolside, lined in suede. We're on the yacht. We're walking the sandy shores of, I don't know, some beach. I don't go to beaches, but I thought that one was just too darn cute. Perfect for summer, and this is going to be really good for transitioning into fall because straw, fall, like it rhymes kind of, and they go hand in hand. So there's that. We made it. 24 YSL handbags under $416. I'm exhausted. I think I said chic about 32 times. It's ridiculous. Until next time, guys, stay safe, have fun. Maybe I'll have a YSL unboxing soon. Who knows? All right, bye.